Hello, I'm Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company, and I have kind of an interesting situation here. So back in November of 2013, I started showing you this pen that is the 2013 Premier LE in Macassar Ebonite. It's this dark brown with beige kind of wood grain to it. The buy period was open for November. Close the buy period, fine. Brian Gray ordered the material, we get the material in, and the same material ends up looking quite different. So it's different enough where we felt we needed to explain what was going on publicly. Brian Gray specifically has some kind of manufacturer insights that he wants to share so that you can see a little bit of how this happened and he can explain what's going on. So I'm gonna let you take it away, Brian.
Hey, thanks, Brian. I wanted to take a minute to give a little bit of perspective from a manufacturer standpoint on this Ebonite. Ebonite manufacturers, generally speaking, will not give us a 100% guarantee of uniformity from batch to batch to batch. You know, they will always give us a uniformity within one batch, but they won't tell us that for sure a batch made back in the summer will be absolutely identical to a batch made today or, you know, within any given time period. They will almost always come very, very close. And in this case, I think that they came close as well. But there was enough variability from, you know, essentially what we received about 3 months ago and what we made the artist proof from was a darker rod. Now, we had never ordered this Ebonite before, so we didn't know what the standard was or what the manufacturer typically shoots for. We got a darker piece, and that's what we made the artist proof out of course, and that's what we advertised this pen based on. So our shipment showed up literally 2 days ago. We started manufacturing yesterday, got about 4 pens off the lathe, and saw that this color was a little bit different than what we're advertising. So we got on the phone with the Goulets real quick. I think that fans of Edison, fans of the Goulets, I think you know our companies well enough that when unexpected things like this happen, we're going to be 100% transparent, and we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that our customers are happy in the end. And that's the reason for this right now, of course. So, you know, one option could have been that we go back to the manufacturer and say, hey, can we get, you know, can we exchange this? Can we send it back and can you make us some more that's hopefully darker? However, 3 issues with that. Number one, they don't have to take it back. The manufacturer, you know, we accept that variability when we buy this material. Number two, if we did do that, it would be probably 4 or 5 more weeks to get a new batch back to us. And then thirdly, which is most important, that variability is still going to exist. There's still no guarantee. So, you know, I think that after speaking with the Goulets for a while, I think that we came up with what is a pretty good solution. I'll send it back to Brian right now. But thank you for giving me a minute to explain a little bit about, you know, a little background behind this Ebonite. I'll send it back to Brian, and I think he'll give you a little more information on how we're going to handle this. Okay? Thanks a lot.
So that should help to clear you up a little bit on how something like this happens. However, because the material is so different than what we had originally committed, we kind of realized that if you really like the way the color has turned out now, this lighter beige color, you will have never had the opportunity to buy it unless you'd already committed to the original color. And we didn't really think that that was entirely fair. So we've already contacted all of the customers who purchased this one, and if you didn't for some reason get contacted and you bought this, check your email box. You should have an email from us. But you can always contact us at orders@gouletpens.com if that is a situation. However, if you didn't buy it and you really like the new color, we're still going to give you a chance to buy it. We're going to reopen the buy period for the 2013 LE. Now, this is not something that we would normally do. Brian Gray and I both feel pretty strongly about kind of it, you know, committing to what we say and living that out. So it's really kind of tough for us to be in this situation and to try to make the most out of it. But here we are. So it's not an ideal thing for us by any means, and we're absolutely not trying to just sell more pens. That is not the goal here. The reason behind reopening the buy period is that we want to give you the option, if you like the new color, to buy it. Since you didn't have the option before, you didn't know it was going to turn out to be this color. Additionally, as kind of a apology, we're going to do something else that we don't normally do with these limited editions and give you the option to choose either a gold or rhodium trim color on this pen, because it kind of works, both of them kind of work with this color, and we thought that would be something that would kind of maybe make up for the fact that the color turned out differently than what we were expecting. So that said, we're going to have the buy period open for 2 weeks, starting from today and going through January 3rd of 2014. Now after that date, this pen will be closed, buy period will be closed, and you will not be able to buy this pen anymore. So we're going to have it on gouletpens.com. Go check it out. It's going to be under the Edison Nouveau Premier site. I'll have a link on the YouTube description here. But that's what we're dealing with. So I'm really, really sorry that the pen ended up turning out a little different than we'd hoped. But hopefully this is kind of the best situation that we can work out. And if you have any questions at all, you can always shoot an email to orders@gouletpens.com. We're happy to further explain anything that needs clarification, or you can leave a comment on YouTube here or on Ink Nouveau on the blog. So thanks so much for being so flexible. Really appreciate it. And as always, right on.